Nick.
Bing. Bing.
This is what we do, honestly. We be like,
that's it. Hence, eating right for your body type. Welcome in to the Vitality Handbook. My name is Yao A. Owusu Jr., you know, your resident Vitality consultant. To my left, I have Nicholas Lopez Jr., and to my right, making us look good, Andre the Alien Bibbins Jr., and I already said we are the Vitality Handbook. It's season number 3. It's a conversation. Join with us. Thank you for joining in. Without further ado, let's get into it. We're talking about nutrition. Nutrition is one of our biggest pillars ever. Rewind the tape. We got on how to eat on the holidays. We got our substrates for success, nutritional awareness, generational health with nutrition. We want to talk about a conversation today. I want this to go wherever it's going to go. I think the most triggering thing as a professional coach, consultant, a trainer, in all of those classifications, nutrition has always been a big thing. No one wants someone to tell them what to eat. It's a very private and personal matter. I want to know, one, how important nutrition played a role in you guys' lives, in your clients' lives, and how did you adapt to times where they were less than desirable as far as your food, right? Not having access, working a lot, not cooking, or not having some, what is your experience with nutrition, how it's helped you positively, and how it's gotten you out of a hole when you weren't able to eat completely pristine? How important is it to you? How has it helped you? Or you can say how it's helped your clients. And give us an experience. Because sometimes they think we're robots. They look at your biceps, they look at your calves. I'm not gonna flash my abs today. And they're like, oh, you guys are just genetically like that, right? But they don't understand that nutrition plays a huge role. So I want to hear it out of your mouth, and then Dre will go to you.
It's a great framing. I would say, as far as my lived experience right now, it's more about how nutrition sparks my curiosity. And what I'm curious about is how much I can enhance my current genetics, right? So I think the previous era of my lived experience was not really being clear on what I'm made of. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't really, if you're not clear on what you're made of, then you're not going to be clear on really what to eat. And
right.
For one example, if I actually had a conversation with somebody about this, and let's just say I had a certain type of genetic
predisposition.
Yeah, history of disease in my family that's lifestyle related or food related. Let's say diabetes. Okay. And if I didn't know that, then I wouldn't be moving through nutrition with as much awareness or as much care, self-care, self-awareness than if I had known that.
Okay.
Right. So let's say, and so, it's not that is in the family history, but more and more as I get to know myself and as time passes, I realize what I'm made of more and more. And even if I take genetic testing and it says, okay, you're more sensitive to caffeine than the normal based on what your genetic data says. Okay, so I'm gonna be aware of that and basically move smartly with caffeine intake. Had I not known that, maybe I would take it and say, how come it's not giving me the same effect? What's wrong with me? Or do I need to take more? Or and so I think that kind of there's parallels there where if you don't know what you're made of when it comes to nutrition, then it comes into almost like an overconsumption because what people are telling you is going to be the effect you're not getting, so you keep kind of searching for more. You keep putting different things in your system, in your body, not really knowing.
So basically having nutritional awareness and having awareness of what your genetic makeup is. Yeah, that's brilliant. Obviously, I believe that's brilliant because that's what we do here, having assessments to figure out what you need to do, hence eating right for your body type. All right, so Mr. Dre, they can say nutritional awareness, having genetic awareness of what you're made of so you can be put to the right track, so you can have that mindset of I need to move this way because I know this information about myself. How important is nutrition to you?
Obviously, nutrition is important based off performance-wise, right? And when I say performance, I don't mean performance just in the gym. I mean just walking, just being able to walk upstairs, you know, just being able to get up out of the bed and feel energized. So that's what I mean about those basic things. It's all about performance, based on performance and how I feel and how, you know, what foods affects me. And honestly, you know, knowing what foods will affect my performance. And when I say performance, I mean energy, mood, all that stuff like that. So I think more for me, for nutrition is just solely based on my performance, obviously aesthetics. We all want aesthetics, right? So I'll say for me, it's basically based off of that. You know, it's based on performance, aesthetics, and once again, I know I sound like a broken record, but performance, brain function, cognitive skills, like all of those things, you know? So that's what how nutrition is important for me, you know?
Fire. I like that. Both of you guys, super fire. You guys, I'm just gonna piggyback like I did in season 1 and season 2 because you guys took what I was gonna say, which means we are all thinking with one consciousness and one mission, and that's what you want as a team. So nutritional awareness, obviously, I think that's number 1. That's what Nick was highlighting. Genetic awareness, obviously, I add that in because if you know what you need in your body, eating right for your body type is the way to go. And then, as Dre said, I call it normal physiological functioning of a human being. Can you walk properly? Can you go to sleep effectively? Can you not bump just working out? Can you have energy to go to work and come home and not crash and be with the kids, be with the family, or be by yourself, or do work after work, working on yourself, right? Very, very important. So to piggyback off of that, we need all that. So that's one substrate, nutritional awareness. The other substrate, normal functioning human being, I would say cellular nutrition for performance. The other one would be cellular nutrition, right? So we have nutritional awareness, knowing what you are, knowing what your body type is, knowing what your genetics are. You need to eat for that, and being able to know what you need to eat to perform. Daily performance, how you can just finish your day, let alone do workouts or training sessions. And I would say what nutrition means to me is cellular nutrition, being able to understand that micronutrition is more important for your performance than it is than macronutrition. I know this is a big thing. What are your macros, bro? How much protein you have, bro? How many carbs you have? Well, your body can't process those proteins, fats, and carbohydrates if it's all messed up, if your fat panel is done, how you absorb nutrition is done, right? So that cellular nutrition just means you're feeding your cells. What's the micronutrition? What are your vitamin panels like, right? What are your, dare I say, supplements like? We all want to believe that we eat the best that we can, but we all fall short. And we need to be able to fill in those gaps that could be glaring gaps. People don't eat vegetables, so you need a supplement for that. Some people don't eat a good amount of carbohydrates, then you might have to supplement for that, right? With carbohydrate protein drinks or protein shakes. Some people don't get enough protein. So knowing what you need, feeding your body for performance first, and then understanding that you have to feed your cells micronutrition, right? So I want to dive a little bit deeper. Once we have that awareness, once you are eating for performance, just to function as a human being, and everyone has to eat from the inside out. You have to eat for your cells. You have to eat for your muscles working, your tendons, your brain function. I believe that nutrition is in all 5 pillars. So we have mental nutrition. What you see, you're consuming. That's nutrition. What you hear, you're consuming. That's nutrition. What you smell, that's nutrition. What you taste, obviously, is what is nutrition, and what you feel is nutrition. So all five senses, you're going to be feeding nutrition. The lotions that you put on, the type of shampoo that you put on, that's actually absorbed by your body. So I want you to think about that when I talk about cellular nutrition, is how are you feeding your insides? Okay, now once you have that done, what is an effective way to apply that to someone that's starting off? Right? I know nutrition is good. I know I need to know my awareness of my genetic panel. I know I need to eat to be fully functional performance and I need to worry about micronutrition. How do I start?
Number one is, your favorite word, assessment. So number one is, I'm going to say ask, right? So it's the same thing as assessment, right, in my language. I would say ask them, what foods do they like to eat? Simple as that. Simple as that. What foods you like to eat? Let's pick a couple choices. Okay, you can eat that, you can have that, you can have this, you only can have this as a cheat meal, right? I think we pretty much do that right now, as coaches. So I would say number one is ask them, are they eating veggies, right? Or do they like veggies? If they say no, they don't like veggies, well, here you go. You have to supplement this, right? Protein, this, and carbohydrates are a little tricky, just like you said. Yes, you want to. So, for instance, for me, if I felt like I didn't get enough carbohydrates in, especially during powerlifting days, right? I can get away with my hypertrophy stuff. You're not really going too heavy, but with the powerlifting days, if I felt like I didn't have enough carbohydrates, enough energy, I definitely would, plug in something like, Gatorade or vitamin water or, something. I would go with that, right? My body is going to burn that off. Some people say, oh, it's bad for you. Yeah, it's bad for you, but drinking liquor is bad for you, and all the other stuff that you do out there when you go to the restaurant is bad for you. I'd rather have Gatorade than have wine, a bottle of wine, and I'd rather have a half a Gatorade that I'm going to burn off in the gym, right? And it's actually going to kind of give me some fuel. I'll poop it out or piss it out, right? I'd rather have that than go to bed and wake up groggy, can't function, and trying to find out why I feel this way when you know why you feel this way. So yeah, I would definitely basically ask them, what they rather eat, what they eat, what's their morning, their breakfast like, their dinner like, their afternoon lunch is like, that type of stuff.
I like that. So I agree with that too. So assess them to see exactly what they're eating, what they like.
Needs and wants.
Yes, and then you adjust from there. I think that's brilliant. Nicholas, what would you start with?
Me asking them questions to help them realize over time that they have to become self-sufficient in being able to process information on nutrition and just become independent, okay? Because when people come and search for leadership, then good leaders try to make good leaders. So, I approach everything in that way, and even if the outcome is not ideal, then that just gives me feedback on how to change my approach as a leader or evolve my approach as a leader to again, never lose hope and bring out the best in this person. Not for a temporary, because it doesn't really matter if you could bring out the best for a temporary moment. That only works for the elite athlete.
Yes.
Okay, because their temporary moment is competition blocks, but then people don't realize that you can't compare yourself to them, because that specific moment in the competition block, when they are out of competition, they're not going back to, for the most part, they're not going back to being egregious like a general population as far as zero activity, zero type of, any type of, no off-season work, no nothing, right? So I think people get that mixed up as far as, I want to get good at giving people results for just this one time. And so you can see, like, through coaching modules or processes where you can tell that the design is literally meant for, I'm gonna get you here
Short term.
for a short-term process. So when someone comes in right now, it would be, hey, whoever is out there, okay, you wanna start on nutrition today, don't you? All right, so let's be real about it, okay? I respect you, and there's a lot of vulnerability to listen to somebody like me and talk about nutrition, but all right, let's get to the facts. So we got Thanksgiving around the corner. Okay, now whether you celebrate it or don't celebrate it, let's just say most likely there's more social gatherings around that time. Yes or no? Yes. Okay, cool. So let's prepare. What type of results are you trying to create before Thanksgiving comes? Let's agree on that. They may say, you know what? I have this big deadline before the holidays. My brain, I've just been feeling tired every single morning. I wake up and it's like, it takes me so long to to get started with my day, and it's giving me anxiety because I want to get everything before I start having these social gatherings. But I really want to lose weight because, you know, I'm about to start seeing more family. When I go to these social gatherings, and then, you know, New Year's Eve, and there's some people I'm trying to meet, and, you know, but I want to start. So when I hear that information, because I'd done this, and I'm really intentful with what I said earlier, all right, so you have to break that up, okay? From a self-sufficient perspective, I'm gonna say, listen, you have to know how to plan, okay? And listen, okay? Adults, okay? I don't know if I'm getting older, but it's like somebody got to remind somebody that they're an adult. So listen, you've gone to this, and this place because you know how to plan. So it's the same thing. So make sure you communicate when your plans are changing. Right now, your plan is, but I have a big social gathering. You want to lose weight. You want to change your appearance, but you also can't really function in the morning mentally. Okay, so we're going to break up. Right? Me talking in this perspective is breaking up the process of, you have to understand that your nutrition suggestions, structure, okay? Disclaimer, not your medical nutritional therapy, which we do not offer. Okay, your nutrition programming, which does not mean medical nutritional therapy, okay? Disclaimer. That it's gonna adjust, your suggestions will adjust based on the plans that you have for life. Okay, let's get that understood from a leadership perspective. Okay, because I'm your leader in this situation, but as soon as you leave this space or this conversation, you then become the leader of your own life. So we gotta be real about that. And then from there, okay, we're gonna break it down. So right now, based on your plans for life and what you just told me, we have to focus on that brain fog, like Dre mentioned earlier, how you're feeling in the morning. So we go into the tool bag. The Eat Right for Your Body type tool bag. Okay, now you can't see a bag here, but I'm going and opening up the Eat Right for Your Body type tool bag. And there's different tools inside that program. And one tool I'm gonna pull out is, okay, what enhances, I'm gonna ask, when I go in the tool bag, I'm gonna ask from the coach's perspective to help this individual, what's gonna help them in the morning start to process things? Okay, maybe mentally, eventually mentally. And you know, for all the scientists out there, you already know about the enteric nervous system, okay? If you don't know that, that's basically what substantiates the relationship between the brain and the gut. It's called the ENS, okay, for all the scientists out there that want to have a conversation on that. So we go back to real life here. So basically, we pull that tool out, and the tool I'm going to ask myself for this client or this individual is, okay, what's going to help them, again, process things in the morning? They're waking up, they're having brain fog. Okay, let's see. Okay, first thing, and Dre said this in the past, we're just adding structure. Yao said this in the past, we're just adding the structure. I'm going to pull out the tool for making sure you have, the first thing you put in your system is helping you digest, metabolize, process things more efficiently. So even if it's water, okay? Even if it's water. Okay, I know everybody has their own opinion and preference on whether they want to use cucumber, lemon, mint, good positive vibes in their water with a fancy cup. Whatever it is, maybe just that water, okay? Who knows? Let's see. Hey, let's break it down. Okay, you haven't made any results and you're in your 40s right now. You're in your 30s. You haven't had any, just listen, slow it down. Have some patience. Listen. Okay, that's the first thing you have to establish as a coach or as a leader is, are we communicating on the same page? So if we are, then let's just listen. Okay. Have you ever had water first thing in the morning? Have you ever tried that? No, the first thing I do is have coffee with my pills. And
your stomach is messed up. Your
yeah,
gut is messed up. It's over.
Forget about it.
And then I start my work and okay, let's slow it down. Let's what's your favorite cup? I mean,
Word.
What do you like? Lemon? Do you like? What kind of? How do you enjoy your? What's going to help you have water first thing in the morning? Let's just be very simple on that. Okay, don't forget how powerful the simplicities are. And they say the sign of a true master is if they're able to simplify things. So let's just start with, can you have water first thing in the morning? Okay, and then we start adding the other intricacies as far as maybe adding lemon for all those type of. So let's just establish, first, can you actually do something? Okay, because if you can't do that, then okay, as a coach, I have to maybe say, okay, you know what, maybe that tool, this person's not ready for the morning because in the morning they have 10 kids and they have no time. They have to go all the way outside and walk a couple miles to the well and get some water and come back home. Maybe there's things that are stopping you in modern society when everything's a click away. But I respect that process, but I also challenge you. So let's just say they're there and that tool doesn't work. Okay, so we pull out another tool and that conversation continues as long as they understand that conversation is not going to go past 1 week. So I'm going to go past, that's in 1 hour, we're going to figure out what can you do in that morning because that morning is the most important part.
Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly. I mean, when we're talking about, and that goes back to getting a routine, right? So we talk about daily stages in your routine to eat right for your body type. You wake up in the morning, you want your body to have a good pH balance. And we drink things that are alkaline. If you drink coffee and tea first things, those are acidic. So then you're gonna have bubble guts, you're gonna be gassy, you're not gonna be able to digest all the good food you have planned for the day. So what he's saying is 100% correct. Then the midday, no matter what nutritional program that you're on, yes?
Sorry, you say you're not able to digest everything you have in the day, right? You just said that.
Yeah, if you don't set your stomach up for good digestion, you're gonna have poor digestion for the rest of the day.
Interesting, because people are posting, everybody, the white lab coats and everybody, okay, the fans of the white lab coats, the lab coats.
Okay.
They posting the posts on, there's a relationship between the gut and the brain. So if you're telling me that if I'm gonna put something in my system the first thing in the morning that's gonna help my stomach digest and process more, then following the same logic, okay, because is logic allowed today? I don't know, but
we allow it.
But following the same logic, okay? Following the same logic, is it safe to say? Now, again, I'm me. I have muscles. I have glasses on, color my skin. Maybe this is going to come across the wrong way, but following the same logic, is it safe to say that using the same gut-brain relationship findings, that if your stomach is digesting and processing better, then your brain is digesting and processing better?
Yes, it is 100% safe to say that it's a direct correlation. Lab coats or not lab coats. People that are like us that are in the trenches doing it every single day with no lab coats and seeing results in our clients, yes, that's a direct correlation. Your gut is your second brain. We definitely want to get into the capitalization of health and what does that truly mean?
That just triggered me.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt. I didn't trigger, but I just feel like that's going to be the title.
Yeah, I mean, I think it will be because we have to capitalize on our health before someone else capitalize on our ignorance of what true health really is. Let's make that distinguished point now. Health, longevity, and vitality. Let's just take those three. We'll add in a fourth and a fifth in a second. But health, what does that mean to you? Let's define it.
Facts.
That means something to everybody, right? Longevity, what does that mean to you? Okay, so I'm gonna live to 100, but I have diabetes, I have arthritis, I have 2 hip replacements, I have chronic migraines. Or let's talk about vitality. And what vitality means is you have the vigor, the energy to not just exist and survive, but to thrive. That's the difference. Health, wellness even, okay? We're talking about that. Define what that is. And longevity. That's different from vitality. And that's what we want everyone to understand. Vitality means you are going to optimize your best level of health, wellness, whatever, for a long period of time throughout your entire life. And that is vitality. How healthy are you at 60? How healthy are you at 70? How healthy are you at 80? Are you going to make it to 60? Are you going to make it to 70? You want to set yourself up for a higher probability to make it there, then you need to focus on vitality. Perfect. So how do we capitalize on our vitality? Is there a rubric? Is there a system? Is there something that we can follow that would help us capitalize? Oh, there is. That's what we're talking about today. And one of those pillars is nutrition. We have mindset, we have sleep, we're on the tape, we have recovery, we have exercise. But the pillar that most people seem to be so confused about today is basic nutrition. Basic nutrition. So when we're talking about basic nutrition, yes, we need to have a routine. Yes, we want normal physiological function of the body. But we're talking about basic nutrition. What would follow under the umbrella of basic nutrition? You cannot pass go straight to jail. If you don't have this, you are not going to be a fully functional human being. I want you guys to expand on 1, 2, 3, how many things you want to bring up. There's plenty, but bring something when it comes to what are the non-negotiables, right? For the people out there, it's like, I hear this study, but what are the things that every single person has to consume?
Water.
Boom.
That's it, water. I mean, it'll number one, help your gut health, right? Number two is it'll stop those migraines, right? Number three, it'll stop those brain fogs. I mean, just, right? Water. Y'all drinks water, big old 50 ounce.
I do. I mean, we can drop the mic there. I mean, if you're 65, 70%, they say we are, fine. Let's say I agree with that. If you're 65, 70% something, and you don't drink what you are,
Nick,
bing.
this is what we do, honestly. We be like,
that's it.
in this water.
You see what I'm saying? So, and we're not saying, oh, only drink water, you can't have teas, you can't have it. You have to understand that you need a baseline of water. You need to wake up, drink water. Before you go to bed, drink water. Throughout the day, drink water. You are water. I know you can't see it. It's inside of you. It's in your cells. It transfers food into your cells. The only way to get muscles is water. You see bodybuilders, big gallons of water. There's a reason for that. You see athletes, big gallons of water. You have to get these nutrients that you're eating into your body. And there's only one way to get that into your body, and that is through diffusion, all right? Science class. You have to get high energy into low energy. So you have a cell and you have broccoli. It's broken down. That broccoli, those nutrients can't get into your cells. It needs water to carry the information. Remember, water is intelligence. It's telling you, hey, let me get in there and give you some energy. Now, if you don't drink that water, you're going to have bubble guts. You're going to have brain fogs. You're going to have poopy toilet butts. You're going to have all type of constipation, diarrhea, all that type of stuff. So your water and fluid balance is number one. If you guys don't agree with that, like, comment, share, subscribe, and let's challenge each other on that, okay? That's a non-negotiable. So, Nick, what is your non-negotiable?
Definitely emotions.
Emotions?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, yeah, because I see where you're going to, yeah.
That's a non-negotiable. How do you feel when you're hungry? How do you feel when
toxic hunger?
you can't have something? How do you feel when you have to remove something out of your diet? How do you feel when
Someone's telling you what to eat?
Someone's telling you what to eat. You have to go to social gathering and there's things in front of you. How do you feel when your family member offers you something? Your boss, your coworker, the street vendor, the restaurant offers you things. How do you feel about that? Let's have a real conversation about that. How do you feel when you're in an argument? Or when you're feeling sad, when you're feeling happy? Do you have what's your relationship with food? That's as adults, once again, I love the process of self-development. I came from a very ignorant space, so when you hear my energy, when I say these things, like, okay, as adults, right, it's because I came from an ignorant space of being, and I love the maturation process. I have a song for that, but basically, as adults, you must nurture and realize all the relationships that you are a part of, and that bubble will grow bigger and bigger. But it starts with yourself. What's the relationship with yourself? So you must understand the relationship you have with food. I feel like that is a complicated but yet fundamental at the level one of basic nutrition.
Yeah, I think relationship, and we talked about this in a previous episode, especially when we went to mindset, talking about self-regulation. But you have to have self-regulation to put that donut down. And it's not just that but one donut's not going to help. It's called you don't have the discipline to resist something that you know is not going to help you function properly. If you don't have the discipline to just say, I'm not going to do that. Here, do you want this? No, I don't want that. You can have it, no problem, no judgment. I want these instead. I want these instead. I want this. I want a very happy, healthy heart. Right? I want that. I'm not going to flash my abs. I said I wasn't going to do it again, but I want those. I want to live for a very long time and move and jump on top of boxes and all those things. And the way that's going to happen, first, is if you have a baseline of nutrition. Do you understand what nutrition does to your body? Yes, you need to be able to regulate it. Yes, we need water. But do you understand the actual process of what food does to your body? What is metabolism? Do we know what that is? You metabolize light. You metabolize sound. Any energy that's coming in is part of your metabolism. Let's define these things. Do you know what digestion is? What does that mean? You're digesting something. You're breaking something down. So you absorb it through metabolism. I'm absorbing food, absorbing light. Then I digest it. I break it down so I'm ready to absorb. And if you can't go through digestion absorption, then you don't have an efficient metabolism. It's not slow. It's not fast. It's not this. It's not efficient because you can't digest and absorb. And that's what it comes down to it. That's the most basic way I can explain it. You have to digest food, light, sound, all these nutrients, and then you have to absorb it and then excrete out the bad stuff and keep in the good stuff to help you be a normal functioning human being. That's basic nutrition. Do we understand what nutrition is first? Before we say about drinking water, before we say about that, right? Nick?
I 100% agree with that. I say to empower the audience, because that's one of our missions. What I realized, and I'm being intentful with this process in the background, so I'll share more as it develops, but some people don't have the relationship with themselves to accept information on, well, why is Yao telling me about digestion? I don't want to hear about digestion. I want to hear about how I'm going to build muscle and build these biceps and abs tomorrow. I don't want to hear about metabolism. I don't want to hear about this, whatever you said. I just care about the only thing I'm open to, because the only thing I'm open to receiving is information on how by tomorrow, the pump I feel, I want that pump. I don't.
Sure. And I would say it's great. One, whatever pump, whatever body you want. Have you ever had that before? Have you had six-pack before? You have biceps like that? Huh? You had glutes? Did you have that before? If you haven't had it, I don't want to hear what you have to say. I'm sorry. You've not done it. First, if anyone has anything, they say, why is Yao doing this? Don't make me flash my abs. Listen, man. I'm 42. I take 3 poops a day. How about you? When's the last time you pooped? Huh? You got to be able to metabolize these things. Now, we have to catch up. There's no more dummy talk. We're going to talk smart and intelligent to you because you guys are intelligent beings. You're humans. You made it through your mom and dad getting with each other, 10 months of gestation, getting it to be a baby. You actually fought off all the other eggs and sperms. You were born. You made it all the way to be an adult. And you're telling me you don't want to learn about how you need to eat for yourself? Bullocks. Bullocks. That means bull skit. Skit. Okay? I don't have no more time for that. Are you in shape? Do you like what you see? When you get out of the shower, do you like what you see? When you're walking upstairs, do your knees hurt? Do you like how you feel? When your kids or grandkids or friends say, let's go out and play, you can't play because you're hurt, you're injured, you're tired. I don't want to hear that no more. Bullets. You're going to get this work. You're going to learn about metabolism. You're going to learn about absorption. You're going to learn about digestion. You're going to drink water. You're going to self-regulate or you die, slow or fast. It's up to you. Now's the time for no more Mr. Nice Gal and Girl. No more. You guys got to wake up, wake up, wake up. Smell the lemon water, wake up. No more, no more. I'm tired, man. Look, this is not ass. This is gray hair, man. I'm tired. I'm tired of you guys always complaining. Yeah, I want to lose 10 pounds. Yeah, I want to stop it. You don't want to lose 10 pounds. You're not serious. You can lose them in 30 days. Anybody can. You're not serious. Now just listen to what we're saying. We're saying it with love. If you get triggered, maybe you should get triggered. Maybe that's going to get you off your couch. Maybe that's going to stop making all these New Year's resolutions and you still look the same. You still feel the same. And then you're going for an early grave. I'm trying to save you. We're trying to save you from yourself, and sometimes that has to happen. He said it very eloquently. He said it very directly. Listen, this is what's going down. You guys can accept this information, do the searching and researching and lab coats and all this other stuff you want. At the end of the day, you are in charge of healing and destroying your own self. You're in charge of your generation and generations to come. If you want to procreate, you're giving them the genes that you're eating those hot Cheetos and Doritos right now. You're passing that down to your bloodline. Is that good? Is that good or is it bad? McGuire, Charlie, huh? I have to speak tree for you to understand? Listen, man, we're going to give the gym right now before I keep going off. Y'all need to wake up. Period. This is how it's going from here on out. I want receipts. If you come in here or you see us around or you want to join in our community, if you want to change and you want to transform yourself, especially through nutrition, then we welcome you. But if you want to stay the same, we ain't got nothing for you. Why are you here? Stick around. Listen up for all the new things that are coming through this organization and our organizations, and they're all to help you. So I want this opportunity right here, right now. If you want to make that decision to change your life, to transform yourself, to start your journey through wellness, mainly through nutrition, Nicholas Lopez Jr. and Andre Bivens Jr. are going to tell you a gem right now that you can do right now. Okay? Listen up, turn your sound up, listen up. Nicholas. Tired, man.
Ask yourself, and I want to hear this, and the conversation can continue from there. Tell me the last time you got results from nutrition. So I want to hear what you have to say on that.
Drake?
It's easy to be unhealthy. It's so easy to be unhealthy. It's the easiest thing to be is unhealthy. Really think about it. And the other one is basically health is wealth. It just sums up the conversation.
Damn, we're the first. We're going to be the. Damn, I didn't say anything. I'm going to show them.
Receipts. Listen, I'm going to tell you guys this one thing here. We really are about that life. You see it consistently, or you've never seen us out of shape. How long have we been doing this? You've never seen it. Check Athletic Artillery on YouTube. Watch this from season 1 all the way to now. This is what I want to challenge you guys with. This is what I want to challenge you guys with. You heard what we have to say. We can talk till we're blue in the face. So many episodes, I don't know, 40 episodes, whatever. Do you want to be better than you are today? If you were like, I'm good, I feel great, everything's perfect, if you do nothing, you will regress because the universe is passing you by. Technology is passing you by. Every day is passing you by. It's passing you by. So you have the choice to either do something today to be better than you were yesterday and do that every day consistently, whether it's drink 2 sips of water, put lavender into a humidifier, light a candle before, whatever it is. It doesn't have to be on nutrition. Just do something that's going to make you better. Now do it with consistency and you will succeed for your generation and your generations to come. I don't care if you have $1 billion or I'm getting to that bag. You see Jeff Bezos, he got guns now. Huh?
Oh, he said
if Jeff Bezos needs to work out and he sees that.
They're going to try to cancel him.
Listen, you see Mark Zuckerberg, he's over there doing MMA. So you're trying to tell me these billionaires are into health?
Hey, you got no excuse now.
Huh?
Health is wealth. They know.
Listen, I love you guys. We're above 1,000 subscribers now.
Perfect. I want to go to that.
I appreciate all of you guys that are checking in. I'm just going to do mine right now. You guys can go.
No, go ahead.
I appreciate all 1.49, I think, 1,000 people, right? I want you guys to give me feedback. Yeah, I liked it. Yeah, I didn't like it. Now we have a community. I need the community to conversate with us so you can help us direct whatever information you want. What do you want to hear? What do you want us to do, right? You're following us as leaders. Well, leaders have to communicate and say, how can we help you?
Be leaders.
How can we help you with your community? How can we help you with you? How can you help with your mom, your dad? You might be watching this and you're under 18, right? This is a friendly, kid-friendly show. We bleep out things that we're not supposed to, right? Maybe you need to show this to your parents. Maybe you need to show this to your husband. Maybe you need to show this to your wife, to your grandmother that is suffering from some ailment that this might be able to help her or him. That's all I have to say. I'm done with that. You guys leave us with something for the people.
Yeah, thank you for subscribing to the channel.
Yes.
We're about to have finally, I've been waiting about 7 years for this, but finally I have weekly meetings with prolific creators. If you don't know about that company, you'll be hearing about it soon, but to get a meeting with this company is one of the hardest things to do.
It's difficult. Exclusive.
And we have finally secured 2 meetings a week, and so you're about to see the production elevate, the style elevate.
For sure.
But it's still the Vitality Handbook.
For sure. For sure. I love it. Mr. Dre, if you guys don't know by now, he's the owner of Prolific Creators.
Don't just listen. Hear it. Put it in, let it go into that one hole, not out the other hole, and just let it go straight into the brain right there. Then digest it, like nutrition. And get your micro and your macros and all other stuff, and water, all other stuff we're talking about. Yeah.
Thank you guys. We appreciate it. There's more to come. Remember, the best is always yet to come.
Shout out to who?
Kwame Nkrumah. Dr. Kwame Nkrumah.
Who I learned his saying was also, the best is yet to come.
That's where my dad got it from, and that's where I got it from. I learned from leaders. We want to help lead you so you can learn to always lead yourself. Like always, you are in charge. You're given the responsibility to heal your body every single day. Please choose wisely. Let's get into it.